Have you heard of Sturgis? Of course you have, home of the largest motorcycle rally in the world. But it's a lot more than that. We're going to take you back to the beginnings of Sturgis at Fort Meade. We'll then hook up with Michelle from the Chamber of Commerce, who will tell us just what they do to get ready for those crazy 2 weeks in August. And we'll finish up at a museum, a motorcycle museum. We were greeted by Wild Bill Hickok in Deadwood, General George Armstrong Custer in Custer, and now we got the cavalry here at Fort Meade, which is where Sturgis all started, right here, didn't it?
That's right. Back in 1878, Fort Meade was started. The first commander was Colonel Samuel Sturgis. And they rode around the parade ground. The commander at the time took a saber, pointed to where each of the buildings would be constructed, and they started work. Many of the buildings here at Fort Meade date from 1878. The building directly behind us is where the Fort Meade Cavalry Museum is now, was the original post command headquarters.
Now you mentioned there's also a cemetery that's one of the originals that never actually got moved.
Right, and it's just south of here on a hill overlooking Fort Meade. And it's the Fort Meade Cavalry Cemetery with, again, graves dating back to the 1870s. There's men, women, Native Americans, and American soldiers all buried there.
Tell us about Sturgis. Tell our viewers why they should come to Sturgis, other than the rally, of course.
Well, Sturgis is a beautiful part of the Black Hills. We've got some incredible hiking trails around here. Just the history of the area with Fort Meade. Bear Butte, that's a sacred mountain to many of the Native American tribes. And from the top of it, you've got an incredible view of 5 states. I would just come here for the scenery, for the friendly people, and just a chance to relax.
And to meet the cavalry.
And to meet the cavalry.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're in downtown Sturgis on Main Street. Now imagine this street with thousands and thousands of motorcycles lining it. It happens the first 2 weeks of August every year for the rally. My question to you, Michelle from the Chamber of Commerce, how do you guys prepare for that? A town of 7,000 people, 500,000 bikers, must be quite a task.
It is quite a task, and it takes a lot of work from a lot of different people. The city of Sturgis, of course, is significant in orchestrating the event. There's actually a rally department within the city of Sturgis, and they orchestrate most of what happens. But you know, we have campgrounds, we have locals that participate.
There's a lot more to do in Sturgis than just during the rally.
Sturgis is really starting to pick up the pace as far as growing. We're seeing different businesses come into town. Main Street is the rally. And if you go up and down Main Street now, there's not, you know, you're probably not going to buy a pair of shoes here. You certainly can still buy rally t-shirts and that type of thing. But if you go to other areas of Sturgis, you're starting to see, like you said, more restaurants, just more businesses in general are starting to come. We are geographically located in one of the best spots in the Black Hills because we're about 15 to 20 miles from Spearfish and Deadwood and Belle Fourche. We're 20 miles from Rapid. So Sturgis is a great place to stay if you want to come to the Black Hills and you want to see everything. This is a great spot to be.
No trip to Sturgis would be complete without coming to the Motorcycle Museum. After all, this is the home of the largest Harley rally in the world. Christine, you are the executive director here.
I am.
This hasn't been around for so long. How did this get started?
No, this museum started in 2001, was established in 2001. A group of people from Sturgis decided that with this being the home of the biggest rally there is, probably taking a look at history of motorcycles and motorcycling and the significance of some of the people behind the motorcycles would be a good idea. And so a group of community folks decided that they needed to open a museum. So we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
There are how many cycles in here?
We have about 90 motorcycles in the museum, dating back from 1905, and almost all of them are on loan.
Show us a few. Show us some of the top ones that people come in here and say, wow, that's cool.
Well, this one right here is one that pretty much anybody who comes in says, oh my. A man in Texas bought this motorcycle and customized it, obviously with lots of chrome. It has a TV on it.
Really?
Yeah, it does. It certainly draws a lot of interest. Whether you love it or you are not really so sure about it, it certainly draws a lot of interest.